You see we're putting the brackets on the joist first, then putting the joists up because we need them to stand up. We figured that'd be a little easier. We'll see how it goes when we're putting trusses in. But for now, we're getting those batch at a time, then throwing them up on top and moving them into place. So we got that first batch up, now we're getting the next batch up. And then we'll do the other side. So you can kind of see how the joists connect. They've got plate brackets that connect the joist to the truss that will slide in that top part, and then it's got a little flange on the bottom that sticks out to bolt down with some lag screws into the top, bottom plates that we have up there, the double bottom plate. And then you'll have a plate bracket that connects each side of the joist to the, when it butts up to the other joist on the center wall, and then they'll connect the brackets there. Okay, I'm just about to start backfilling here. Show you what we got. So you can see we've got our perforated pipe for the drain. French drain runs all the way around the perimeter of the foundation. That 90 is going to go on there because we're going to run it out that way to daylight down on the lower slope. So what we did was we started the gravel bed on top of this filter fabric. Okay, so we took the geotech filter fabric, whatever you want to call it. We put the fabric down first, then we put the gravel, then we laid the pipe. We got the gravel all leveled, so we had a slight slope coming all the way out from around the other side. The other side will have a clean out running vertical, and then it just runs all the way around to this side, and it'll go straight out that way in daylight. So we got the gravel down, put the pipe down, glued the pipe up all the way around. Then we fold the fabric over. We put a little bit more gravel around the pipe, but basically created a burrito by folding the fabric over with the gravel and the pipe inside. And then we covered it with more 3/4 wash on top. I'm starting to backfill with dirt right there, but you can see we did the 3/4 wash on top of the fabric, which is wrapping up the pipe all the way around. We came around here. All of it is buried. That's where our septic line will come in. Okay, so we're gonna have our vertical piece here. That's what this piece here is, non-perforated vertical piece. It's gonna run from this 90 straight up. That's our clean out. And that pipe runs, again, all the way back. So, that's our drainage system. And then for the backfill, or for the drainage plane against the wall with the backfill, you can see we're using this dimple mat. So this stuff, it's a, let's see if I can show you. So it's got this plastic dimple mat on one side, okay? That creates a drainage plane. And then you got the filter fabric here to keep dirt and mud and whatever from caking up against that. So you still have drainage plane on both sides of that. We decided to just tape it up to hold it in place while I backfill. You can also buy a very expensive adhesive to glue it all on there. You spray it on, it's like $1,000 or whatever for the kit. So I didn't go that route. You can also use like a Hilti or a ram set or something to attach with screws or nails or whatever you want into the foundation. I don't like the idea of putting holes in the foundation though with those, even though supposedly it's fine. So we didn't do that. We're gonna try it with the tape. If it just holds it in place long enough for me to backfill against it, the dirt will hold it all in place once the dirt is there. So yeah, that's the plan. This side, we're only backfilling up about that high here. You can see we're gonna slope it down here in the front. But yeah, I'll have to, still gotta put up more dimple mat, but we'll put it up as we go. All right, little update. We went to lunch, but gonna start up again. We ran out of that dimple mat right there, so we're gonna put some more on, wrap it around, and go as far as that roll will take us. Then we'll fill in the rest and keep going. That tape is working pretty good to hold that up. We haven't had any issues with it so far, so we'll keep trying that. All right, we got the rest of the dimple mat up all the way around for the next roll. Ended right about there in that corner. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep backfilling here. We're just fixing the gravel where we messed it all up with our feet, and then we'll hurry up and get some backfill against it. That the sun is kind of melting the adhesive on the tape here in this side, so it's not holding it for very long. So I'm gonna hurry up and get some dirt up against it. All right, new day. Phone died yesterday at the end, so I didn't get the last couple hours, or maybe it was only an hour. Anyways, basically finished up backfilling around the back here for the first layer. I got to fill in these corners with the shovel a little bit. I did that one already yesterday on both sides. So I still got to fill in that corner or this corner. And we are starting to work our way around the side over here. So we got to finish rolling out the dimple mat. And then I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the excavator to get around there. I think what we'll do is actually put another level of dimple mat up on the back here as well. We may end up cutting it in half like you see with the tar there. It'll go a little bit higher than the tar, but more or less the same. Or we might even end up filling this in even more. Not sure yet. So we do have another bucket of tar. So if we want to do that, we can. And then I guess I'll just build a ramp up with the dirt as I go around this way. There's a lot of brush up here that we'll have to clear out as we go. So I'll have to find somewhere to put all that because I'm not going to use that for the backfill. But that will allow, if I come up over this, that'll allow me to backfill all this back in here. I'll just have to bring dirt over from over there. So that's going to be a slow process. I'll use some dirt from up here as well once I strip the top. We're going to fill this in, bring the whole level of it down a foot or two. And then we'll just do a small retaining wall along that edge so that we can still get a slight slope away from the house here for 15 feet or so. All right, now that we got the soil up to the level of where we put the first row of the dimple mat, went ahead and got a second row started over here because I'm starting to pile up the dirt more so I can ramp up and around with the excavator. So we put some dimple mat up along here and just kind of ended it there because I don't think the tape is going to hold it up very well if it has nothing to rest on at the bottom. So I'm going to fill all this in up to the level of that first row, and then we'll put the second row all the way down. But I needed to be able to get around here so I could fill it all in. And then back here, we may end up cutting it a little shorter than that. I don't think I'm going to backfill all the way up to there. So I'll probably come around later and just cut the top third or half or so off. As you can see, we only went another about 2 feet with the tar. Well, it's the end of another week. We've got our front wall framed up with the studs there. We'll do the headers for the doors and the window later. Got all of our lumber up here from down below on this big flat area that I cleared out. And then we've got the backfill all up against the house, pretty much to where I want it. We got septic coming out right there. Flatten this out back here for the most part. You can see I've got grade just about to where I want it. And then on this side as well. So we need a little bit more back here, maybe another foot. We've got, got a little dirt up there. we'll clean that off with the broom. We've got basically all of our joists on, ready to go. We just gotta finish up front where the spiral staircase comes up through the floor. We've got our pieces cut for that. So we'll get those put up, and then all of our main floor joists are on. And we're ready to start laying down subfloor. Lots of dirt moved this week. Alright, end of the day. It was a short day today. It was raining this morning, so we only worked in the afternoon. But we got that opening for the spiral staircase to go through. We still got to put one more board in right across about there to make that opening the size that we want going that way, which will be the exact same as it is across. It'll be a perfect little square opening. And we started getting the rim joist on. I've got the rim joist up there and cut to length, and we just got to nail them in now. So, and then we still got to do the rim around that little alcove there for the front entry